How can my 13-year-old with ADHD understand that his impulsive behaviors will turn away friendships? I received the following message from a mom of a 13-year-old who said, my 13-year-old has done fairly well so far overall. He was diagnosed with ADHD at age 7, takes medication, and does well in school with lots of support from me. However, he struggles to make and keep friends because he just doesn't seem to care about how his actions affects others. For example, during an online Minecraft game, when he died, he got really mad and was yelling at the other players. He got kicked out of the game, and it really hurt him. He tends to be loud, impulsive, in people's spaces, and struggle with his emotions. My question is this: how do I help him understand that what his actions do and how he behaves will affect how others treat him? I really love this question. My name is Maggie Schwalbach. I'm an executive functioning coach who has worked with hundreds of kids with executive functioning issues, including those with ADHD. And what I would say to you, Mom, is first of all, acknowledge how this hurts you to see your son in pain. One of the things you said in that scenario is that his emotions took over his better judgment. So I encourage you not to see this as a behavioral issue. Yes, of course, it's affecting his behavior, but instead, the EF coach in me knows that these are skills. So, two concrete things I would recommend that you do. One, use calm moments to reflect, not lecture, but really reflect. We're developing the skill there of metacognition. So some questions you might want to ask are, what do you think your friends felt when that happened? What do you think was going through their minds and their hearts? Another way is, what might help when you feel that frustrated next time? So you can see here that we're perspective taking. We're helping him to take the perspective of his friends. And in the second example, we're guiding him, helping him with an open-ended question that can help him reflect on what he would do next time. That would be the first thing I'd recommend. The second thing I'd recommend is to literally practice social scripts. So role play. Role play is great. I think it's one of the most underutilized tools because it can get right to the heart of a tricky moment. We can help him role play situations, emotions, what we might say, and we can be outrageous. And then what if they said this? Well, then I'd slam down the computer, and we can be light and funny and silly with him. And what we're doing there, even though it's sort of crazy and nutty and can be, even destructive, and we let our emotions and our imaginations run wild, is that what we're doing there is we're practicing emotional regulation and behavioral regulation so that when the moment does come up and he does feel his temper start to flare, he has a script to go back to. He has sort of the extreme of what he's practiced of, I don't think I'll say this. I've practiced that already and it didn't go very well. And he may hear kind of the perfect script or the ordained script, and we start to have that available to us. When our prefrontal cortex, the part of the brain where executive functioning happens, that higher level thinking, when that goes offline, when anger, frustration, overwhelm, stress is present, it's really hard for us to go into the part of our wise mind that makes decisions that we know are going to benefit our future self. So that is a lot of complexity to explain, and we don't want to lecture him. We also don't want to lecture him by saying judgmental statements like, when you do that on Minecraft, you're going to lose friends, right? He's likely already feeling shame. He's not yet able to connect. And I believe, Mom, when she says this, how his behaviors are going to impact the quality of his friendships and the sustainability of the people around him. So remember, this isn't about behavioral modifications. It's about skill building. Executive functioning is about the ability to pause and plan. Here we're helping him pause to recognize what happens and co-regulating in a calm moment, not in the heat of the moment, in a calm moment together to practice those skills so that he has a plan when things do get tricky and sticky and tough. You've got this. Remember, EF is about the ability to pause and plan.